Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/entitled parents. In today's episode, best entitled parent shutdown ever. Entitled stepmother controlling my life. Entitled father destroys company property because he can't get a straw. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Best entitled parent shutdown ever. I dearly wish I could claim this was me, or even a relative, so I could claim this degree of clever was in my genes. But it was not. It was a bouncer at a small town club, and when he made the comment there weren't even the expected, cinematic OHHH. Or WHAAAT. One would expect, just a dead, echoing silence from about 40 onlookers. No need for cast, how dumb are you? This mother and daughter pair were trying to get into the club late in the evening. The daughter was clearly young, and actually reasonably attractive in quite a nice, fashionable, as best my fashion-blind eyes can tell, outfit. The mother was not obese, but certainly overweight, and had shoehorned her corpulence into hot pants and a tank top that would have been trashy on a supermodel, and friends, she was no supermodel. Badly dyed stringy hair, cheap bulky jewelry, spray-on orange skin, all the trailer trimmings. I didn't hear how the exchange started, but clearly these two were trying to cut ahead of the line. The bouncer, this massive, action figure of a black man with an oddly babyish face and the patience of Job, had denied this effort. Hilarity ensued. The daughter threw a few verbal jabs, but seemed to be just mildly irritated. The sideshow hooker of a mother lost her bloody mind. Shrieking racial epithets that would curl the ear hair of a plantation owner, and every horrific name you care, or do not care, to imagine. Interspersed with the expected "do you know who I am," and "get me the owner," etc. The bouncer just stood there and didn't react with anything but polite direction. Downright heroic. After a few minutes of this while screeching, the daughter is now embarrassed as hell, and trying to pull the mother away. People are gathering to watch and the whole thing has become a spectator sport. The bouncer just kept politely saying "you will need to go to the back of the line like anyone else ma'am," or variations on that theme. By now the woman wasn't even trying to argue the point, just squealing the revolting, and at this point quite repetitive, insults. Then she screamed that he was an awful bouncer and would get fired that night. Then she tried to slap the bouncer. She missed, quite badly, at which point the bouncer took a single step forward. She fell back with a shriek, and said quite loudly, "Ma'am, at any point tonight have I ever told you how to suck off flabby obese old men in an alley for £5 a shot?" Clearly baffled, she said nothing but sputtered. He continued, "No, ma'am, I have never said anything like that. Not once. So don't tell me how to do my job." Dead silence. Like 40 people in the street, not a sound. She yelled a couple more things, then scuttled away with her daughter dragging her by the arm. It's been over a decade, but I still want to go find that bouncer and buy him a drink. In T'Challa's accent, somebody get this man a drink. Me, humanity can't possibly get any more savage. Bouncer, hold my beer. Someone needs to get that man an award, a drink, then another Karen for him to slay. Entitled stepmother controlling my life. Hi everybody. I'm 16 years old, and will be 17 in October. The first time I met my stepmother, I liked her until she moved in. After the moving was done, she wanted to hold a meeting to set the rules for my safety. The rules are the following. I can't have unrestricted access to the internet, 1 hour per day max. I can only invite people whom she's approving beforehand, and she never approves. I can only be outside for work/school and on the way home. I can't speak with anyone on phone, speak in the literal sense, writing is fine. I can't buy anything until she approves. My dad completely agreed with her and said the rules are totally reasonable. She's also incredibly controlling in other aspects. She made Dad choose between her and his sister. She said Dad's sister was trying to steal our money, he chose stepmom. She threw out everything that somehow related to my mom. Furthermore, she doesn't know what privacy is and just barges in while I'm changing my clothes or in the bathroom. I need to wear the clothes she wants me to wear. And despise that I have a boyfriend, she's trying to set me up with her younger coworker, early 20s, and ignoring that I have no interest in dating him. She pestered me endlessly to go met with him, until I agreed. I'm so done with her, and Dad not even happy with her, but he doesn't listen to me. Is it possible for you to reach out to your aunt? Aside from the many rules here, the worst is that stepmom is trying to set you at 16 up with a guy in his 20s. That alone is cause to seek outside intervention. Yeah, setting OP up with someone that much older screams either human trafficking or pedophile to me. Not that the other stuff is good, but that one is definitely the biggest red flag. I think it is possible. Just so you know, in most places of the world a child can choose who to live with at 16. If your aunt is willing to take you in, she can get custody of you. Most courts will take the opinion of the child seriously. Document all of her crazy shit. See if aunt can help you and secretly get that ball rolling. Aunt would need to ask a lawyer for advice before starting process. Your step monster sounds horrible. Your father is a lost cause. He will always choose her over everyone else, unfortunately. Go live with a relative, work hard in school, and enjoy your life. If Dad is not standing up for you, getting away to a relative might be your best option. And then ask him if he wants to push you out like his sister was? But having your possessions somewhere safe before confrontation would be recommended to avoid retaliation from Dad's wife. Entitled father destroys company property because he can't get a straw. So about a year ago, I ended up changing jobs to move into a higher position. I went from team leader at my old place to a supervisor at my new one. And so far, it's been so much better with very few difficult encounters. Until recently. In our shop near the front door we have a Tango Ice Blast slushy machine. And we keep all our cups for said machine behind the till. It's normally pretty popular on the hot days and they can sell quite fast, but we tend to keep the cups and lids stocked up pretty well. The straws, however, are a different matter, thanks to our other drinks machine being right next to the Ice Blast machine, and both requiring straws. We just keep them in a box between the two. However, a lot of people will take multiple straws when they buy one drink, so we run out pretty fast. This is going somewhere, I promise. A customer, hereby named ED or Entitled Dad, came in today with his daughter and did his shopping, and asked a few times where the cups were for the Tango machine. We explained they were behind the counter and you pay for them before you make the slushy. Eventually he comes to the till and pays for a regular cup, hands it to his daughter, and she runs off to pour the drink while he packs his shopping. He walks to meet her and we eventually see him begin opening the drawers and doors on the front of the machine, where the gas canister and flavor syrup is kept. We tell him to leave them alone and he just screams back, "You've no straws." I notice that he's right and ask one of the staff on the shop floor to go run upstairs and get another box. She does, but right away we see ED getting impatient. "Where are the straws? I've got to get my daughter to swimming." I tell him it will just be a minute, as my colleague has gone to get some. I begin serving the next customer and therefore don't notice the ED open the drawers again. He grabs one of the syrup holders, basically big boxes full of thick runny syrup, attached to a hose with a special connector, and he yanks it out of the machine. This caused the plastic connector that was attached to the box to rip off and made syrup fly everywhere. He, his daughter, and the machines were covered. He screams at us, asking how we could be so stupid to keep all this sticky shit in a box, and explains he was looking for the straws. I don't get to say anything before he grabs his kid, gives us the finger and storms off, without his straw. Took like an hour and a half to clean it all up. My shoes are still sticky. And we still can't use the machine since the connector is broke. Huge loss of profit for us. It was really popular this time of year thanks to the heat. Too bad you can't locate his credit card and charge him for the damage. Next week at the same time, go to the nearest swimming pool. He and/or daughter will be there. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.